let's get busy with some interesting business that features not us, but the man who's had the biggest influence on waterproof fashion. Rain gear. Not since World War I has the trench coat been this popular. Ladies and gentlemen, hands together for Mr. Misha Collins.
Recently, you and I, and you said, what is your, also West is coming to the show with you, that's so, this is, by the way, do you remember Rob? Anyway, this is Rob, and he's kind of a big deal, and Rob's like, so what's your, like, oh, that's awesome, you're moving West, and who else is coming in? I was like, no, just two of us. I was like, oh, okay, so but then, like, we're doing, like, you know, on stage and stuff like that. How's that gonna work? And I was like, I really thought that through.
Hold on. You're doing whatever you're doing. He's sticking his tongue up his nose. It's nice to see that there's a Collins with actual talent.
Oh, that's pretty good. Can you stick your, who said that they can do that too? Let's see. Come on, Crystal, let's see your.
Come on, Crystal. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah. It looks like you just got a snap.
I feel like... Wes would right up a nostril, though, man. I mean, he's...
Is there anyone else in this audience that can do something impressive with their tongue or nose? I think that we are setting the right tone and level of expectation for this panel right here. Other tricks that you can do with parts of your body, anyone?
The kids.
Well, yeah, I mean, so Westy, here's the deal. You want to go play with these guys backstage? Rob is particularly good at playing catch.
You want to go with the creepy bearded guys, or you want to...
They all have beards, isn't that weird?
We do actually have some fun toys in the green room. We have a kid-friendly green room this weekend.
Yeah, so there's like toys and stuff like that. Or you can come in, you can hang out with me up here, or you can hang out a little bit and then leave. Or if maybe I can find some stuff for you backstage and you can throw stuff at people in the audience.
The man has made his decision.
Okay, alright.
Hydrate.
Okay, so, anyway, it's in a weird way a lesson about planning. Thank you guys.
Everybody, Misha Collins.
So, Wes, do you have any questions for this audience? No. If you ever need to say anything, let me know. Okay. It's pretty weird, right? All these people. I told you there was going to be 2 people in the audience. That was a lie. Hi, everyone. That was like classroom unison. That was amazing. But I prefer the term Mr. Collins next time. No, several people in the front row are shaking their heads. No. Actually, in this context, that would be particularly confusing, so I'd like you to refrain from using the term DAD. Okay, well, we had a good morning. We got up early to get on the plane. I was shooting last night, so I had to fly this morning. We got up early, right? And there was some concern. There was some concern about missing the plane, but we did not miss it. Then we had a lifesaver candy, which I don't think you've had a lifesaver before. Is that true? That's the one that you said was like a toilet, a spicy toilet. Round, like a toilet seat. Never thought about that. I bet it's going to change your dynamic with lifesavers in the future. He said it's a spicy toilet. Okay. Alright, let's be serious. West has some tattoos on right now. Right here. Pretty cool. They're wearing off on your cheeks. You have a couple on your belly too. It's pretty intense. He's in a gang. Okay, so should we talk about everything in particular, or should we just get to business? Good point. You're heading out? What do you see? Alright. Yes, do you have a question for me?
Yes. Hi, I'm Meredith, and
Hi, Meredith.
I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia?
Yes.
That's really the wrong term for Richmond, Virginia, but whatever. I've lived in Virginia in a former life. I've lived in Arlington, Virginia. Briefly, my wife kind of, when she went to high school, your mother, went to high school, no, not high school, the very beginning of high school and elementary school in McLean, Virginia, which is nearby. You know, there's a completely different cheer for McLean. So I spent some time in McLean, Virginia as well. When we met, her parents were still living in McLean, and I came down to visit, and as her boyfriend, this is a long story, it just turned out. We went to high school in Massachusetts. It was a boarding school. I can't swear! All my superpowers are gone. I just realized it's like kryptonite all of a sudden. This is going to be a train wreck of a panel, I just realized. Okay, let me get to this story. So we went to this high school. I was a day student. I lived in the town where this boarding school was, and they gave special discounts to guys that lived in the town, so I could go to this fancy boarding school. She was this fancy girl from McLean, so she could go, feel free to break anything you want. And so, you know, we started dating, and she wanted to come hang over at my house. And in order to do that, you had to get permission from your parents. Her parents were fairly conservative. Her mom was pretty religious, and her mom would never let her stay over. So her mom would never, ever let her go over to a boy's house. So she just told her that she wanted a pass, she wanted a permission to go over to her friend Misha's house, which obviously is a girl. So her mom said, yeah, of course she can go over to Misha's house, that's not a problem, assuming based on the name that it was a girl. And then when she found out that Misha was a boy later, that was big trouble. So when I came down to visit in McLean, see it's all coming back together, I had to stay in the neighbor's basement. Anyway, tell me more about Richmond.
So I was wondering what your next big project with Random Acts is going to be. If you have anything big planned.
There's something in the wind that might take place. We're working on a big project in Nicaragua right now, but that will be done in another year, I believe, and then we have our scopes set on Africa for a big trip. And that is in the planning stages right now. But it's not set in stone, so don't hold me to that. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Family services showing up at my hotel tonight. They'll have video from this panel and they'll be like, what kind of a parent are you? Can't you see? Look at this video, do you see the pain in the back of his head? Let's go to it. Okay. I thought it was a great idea. I stay here? Wait, who stays here? You stay here? Okay, I'm gonna go out there. You're gonna stay up here by yourself? Alright, are you sure? Should I get you a microphone in case you need to send me any messages? Okay. You sure you're okay? You won't start any trouble up here, right? Hi. How are you? I'm good. What's happening?
I'm from New York.
You're from New York? Pretty good response from your fellow New Yorkers there. What's your question? Do you have one?
Of course.
Okay.
First, I'd like to say, hi, Wes. I like your PJs, bud.
Yeah, good on you.
My question for you is, in your home life, if you were ever, maybe mad at your wife or your kids, do you ever use your Castiel voice on them?
First of all, I'm never mad at my children. They're perfect. Right, Wes? She asked, what do I sound like when I get mad? Do I get mad?
Yeah.
That's not right. Am I always pretty nice, though?
No.
Would you say almost always pretty nice?
No.
Would you say I was nice if I gave you candy?
No way.
You can't be bought? Man, unbelievable. I don't know that I do use my Castiel voice at home. be further ridiculed. Are you sick, Dad? What's wrong with you? You sound weird. You sound even weirder than you normally sound when you're mad. Leave me alone and bring me some candy. Hi.
Didn't think I'd make it this far. I was wondering if you had any hobbies at home outside of Supernatural.
Absolutely. Well, that might be a different person's water.
What do you do?
Anybody in the band got a cold or anything? I made a lot of promises about this weekend in terms of taking care of my. I realized, like, oh, this is all, you know, on the internet. Okay, so yes, I do have hobbies. Macrame. I like to. You see what that says? It's Washington, D.C. So, when we were driving from the airport here, we were talking about this Washington, D.C., right? And this is where the president lives, who has kids. And West suggested that we try to set up a play date. So we're going to do that. See if the president wants to hang out with his kids. I do a lot of, okay, I'm going to be serious with you for a second. This is super stressful. That is, great. I'm good, that's on. I do a lot of canning. So I'll make jams and jellies and, well, the possible jam sauce has not yet been preserved in my house, but that's just because it's a foul substance. So I have, this past autumn I made pear butter and apple butter and preserved peaches and and I feel like this is incredibly, incredibly, like, it's a sign of like emotional health when you have time to do something like homesteading, like canning, you know, just that. Got it? I try to get the family involved. Like, let's go out, let's go pick some pears, and we'll make pear butter, and it'll be super fun. And then it becomes this really stressful, because it takes like all day, and it's really stressful for everybody. and then everybody ends up being like, this is your thing, this is your obsession, so you do it on your own, but don't try to make this into a family fun thing, because it's not fun for anybody else. Right, Wes? You're like, I'm getting belly farted. What is this? Well, Wes, somebody just handed you a toy. This is something that... Wait, hold on. Okay, but here's the thing. Don't pour this out, okay? Okay, actually, put this in the bad idea column back there. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Hi.
Hello.
Hola.
Question for you is, what is your favorite thing about playing an angel on the show?
My favorite thing about playing an angel on the show, that's hard to choose from. Well, I guess as an actor, I think there's a lot of different ways to answer that question. As an actor, I think it's great to play an angel on this particular show because I can change so much so often. So I can be crazy, or I can be an angel warrior, or I can be God, or I can be Lucifer, and many different things. And as a member of this sort of fandom community now, it's cool to be an angel because I think that mythology, that kind of a character in mythology means a lot to a lot of people, and people form a real emotional connection to that character. You did still? Why do you look so happy? As a parent of small children, I think it's cool to be an angel because I have some sort of superpowers, and I can explain that I can teleport and fly and all that. And that's even more stressful. All along, I've been thinking like, oh, please just, and now I'm thinking, what is happening back there? Those kind of affirmations don't mean shit to me. That's like, you know, your buddy's been shot 6 times in the belly, and the other guy's like, hey, you're gonna be all right, man. You're gonna be all right. I see there are some saboteurs behind the curtain. Oh, thank you. That's what we need. A bunch of sugar. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What sugar?
Just kidding. That was a joke we make in conventions.
Why are you joking?
Oh, the chickens have come home. I won't joke anymore. Thank you for pointing that out.
Is there sugar now?
No. I don't think so. Why would you ask that? Working with Jared. You already had a spicy toilet earlier. Oh my goodness! That's a dog named Sugar. You asked if there was sugar here, and sure enough, there is. Hi, Sugar. Can we pick her up? Hi, Sugar. because I never have to change my clothes. It's awesome. And yeah. Speaking of angels, this is a bit of a tangent, but it made me think of it. There's a member of the fandom who's been really lovely over the years. Her name is Jamie, and I just want to send out some love to her. And Jamie, you know who you are, and the rest of you don't. That's fine. And yes, hi.
Hi. Now that Cass is possessed by Lucifer and you don't have to use Cass's deep voice anymore, are you relieved about that, or do you kind of miss it?
That's a super weird question. Because it's a relief. It's a relief. It's like taking the shackles off or something. It's like, does it feel better now with the knife out of you? Or did you prefer it when the blade was still? Sorry, hold on. Is he back here? Westy, where are you? We're good? Oh, okay, you lost the ball. Okay. Alright, let me know if you need anything. There's a ball right here. Is this the ball you're looking for? No, not that one. You look mad. Yes, this one causes damage. Okay, your turn.